Muslims. So we should be seeing these people are not happy atheists. They're not living their best life since they left Christianity and religion. These people have become heathens all over again. So we should be seeing ourselves in sort of a new Jahiliyyah. And I think that's what the American culture is. It's a Jahiliyyah culture. And here we are in this Jahiliyyah culture because there's an absence of divine guidance. But the Muslim Ummah at a time or in a certain period of time was clearly the standard that the other nations of the world looked up to. And that was lost. That was lost. Yeah, the Muslim purpose. What is the Muslim purpose? Allah, He says in the Quran, كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس تأمرون بالمعروف وتنحون عن المنكر وتؤمنون بالله. You are the best community brought out for the benefit of all people. You enjoin what is right. This is how they translate it. You forbid what is wrong and you believe in Allah. So this is one of the verses, the ayat of the Quran that really establishes it really establishes what the characteristic of the ummah should be. The best of all communities, but not just the best in the sense that we're superior. We have been brought up or raised up for the benefit of all people. What do we mean by community life? Every aspect of our life as human beings of having a social nature. So that's family, that's neighborhood, that is obviously business, that's politics, that's even cultural expression and traditions. But there was a time when that was the case. The community, particularly during the life of our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the first community of Muslims were in Medina, and that community was patterned in a way where all of these respective concerns were addressed. And the model in Medina served as the standard throughout Muslim history, and it still does. The Muslims were that. The Muslims invented the wards where, you separate patients according to their symptoms. the Muslims were the ones, they actually had free healthcare in a lot of Muslim societies. Healthcare was free. That's something that we're still grappling with in modern America. Many of the cities, like in Spain, they had lights, they had running water. Sanitation is a big thing just because we have to pray and all of that. The spaces have to be clean. And the legacy of learning. So a city like Timbuktu boasted 25,000 students going to the Sankara University. And similar numbers were in places, again, like Morocco, certain Cordoba, certain other cities in Spain, Middle East. So I'm just giving these as sort of random, just what's readily available in my mind at the moment, random examples of the fact that the Muslims were the community. They lived as the community. Not that everything was perfect, but the Muslim Ummah at a time or in a certain period of time was clearly the standard that the other nations of the world looked up to. And that was lost. That was lost. And as it began to wane, the Western powers took over. And one of the effects of the Western incursion, obviously this is colonialism. And colonialism ended up affecting the morale, I think, of the Muslims. So we're in a time today where there's an awakening happening amongst Muslims in the world. And I think it's dominant among Muslims who are outside of the traditional Islamic world. I would say in places like Malaysia and Indonesia, because they're sort of far removed from that Middle Eastern history. And then also Muslims in Europe and in America, Canada too. So we should really be seeing ourselves as having the same mission that the early Muslim community had, which is to, number one, spread the message of al-Islam as far and wide as possible. So we should be seeing these people are not happy atheists. They're not living their best life since they left Christianity and religion. These people have become heathens all over again. Look at the American public. Look at the proliferation in these inner cities of the spread of STDs. Look at the amount of mental health problems that have skyrocketed, even for children. So we should be seeing ourselves in sort of a new Jahiliyyah. And I think that's what the American culture is. It's a Jahiliyyah culture. And here we are in this Jahiliyyah culture because there's an absence of divine guidance. We should be seeing ourselves as being charged with the mission of Islam like it was in the beginning. Let us bring the message of al-Islam to these people. So da'wah first and foremost. This is how we do it. But it takes having the vision first, and it takes communicating that vision. So that's what I want to see. That's the mission of Islam today. That's the mission of Islam. I'm not anticipating the earth to explode or the sky to fall. I'm anticipating life to go on. And because of that, I want for, and we want to see Muslims in the world, Muslims in America, and in other parts of the West, really have a vision and get competitive for establishing ourselves as a group that Just as our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was a mercy to all the worlds, we as a group would be a mercy to the societies in which we live.